welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
You know that feeling we all get when you're facing something tough and that little voice says,
Just quit.
exactly, it'll be so much easier. We've all been there, right? At that crossroads, feeling the doubt. So today, we're really going to get into that. Why we feel like quitting, but more importantly, how we can push through. Find that inner power.
Yeah.
Our mission. To pull out the key ideas from this really powerful motivational speech, it's called Staying the Path, the Unseen Victory.
And what's great about this, for you listening, is it's kind of a shortcut. It helps understand what really separates people who, achieve things from those who just dream.
Right.
The speech basically says it comes down to this unwavering, almost stubborn refusal to give up.
Stubborn. I like that.
And it gives practical ways to build that grit, not just theory. But the real kicker, the unseen victory part, it's realizing the struggle itself isn't a roadblock. It is the path.
The path to discovering what you're capable of.
Exactly. Things you didn't even know you had in you.
Okay, let's unpack that a bit. The speaker talks about setbacks and discouragement, not as failures, but as a forge.
The forge where resilience is hammered out. It's a strong image.
It really is, and it makes you think about how tempting quitting can be, an immediate relief.
Oh, absolutely. It feels good for a second.
But then it contrasts that with the long-term stuff, the regret, that haunting question of what if.
Yeah, and that what if, honestly, that often feels heavier than the struggle itself, doesn't it?
Definitely.
The speech argues giving up isn't just stopping, it's actively closing doors on growth, on possibilities.
You miss out on that feeling of actually overcoming something huge.
Precisely. Which brings up a key point. How do you fight that overwhelmed feeling when the end goal seems miles away?
Good question.
The material says, remember your why, that original spark, the dream, the purpose.
The thing that got you started.
Hold on to it like a beacon, it says, an anchor. But what happens if that why feels kind of faint sometimes?
Yeah, that happens. The initial excitement fades.
Does the speech talk about rekindling it?
It does. It suggests looking at discouragement as just, a signal, a natural feeling.
Not a stop sign.
Right, a signal, not a stop sign. Acknowledge it, feel it, sure, but then use it. Turn it into fuel.
Okay, transform it.
But that sounds easy to say.
Right.
When you're really down in it, how does the speech suggest we practically stay the course?
Now we're getting to the toolkit. And it really delivers here. 5 key things.
Okay, lay them on us.
First, break it down. That huge goal. Chop it into small, manageable pieces.
Like climbing a mountain, focusing on the next step, not the summit.
Exactly. And celebrate the small wins along the way. Second, learn from setbacks.
Don't just get up. Get up smarter.
Yes. Every misstep is a lesson in disguise. Analyze, adapt. Third, surround yourself with support. Find your tribe.
People who believe in you.
And lift you up. And you do the same for them, importantly. Fourth, practice self-compassion.
Be kind to yourself.
Totally. Bad days happen. Acknowledge it, dust yourself off, forgive yourself for not being perfect, and then recommit. Don't beat yourself up.
That's a big one.
Huge. And finally, fifth, focus on progress, not perfection. It's about moving forward, not being flawless. Every step counts.
Just keep moving, even tiny steps.
That's the core of it. Forget perfection, just progress.
This reminds me of that really powerful image from the speech.
Which one?
About the greatest stories. They're not about people who never fell.
Yes. Fell 7 times and rose 8.
That one
Yeah.
just speaks to that unyielding spirit, tenacity.
It does. It's incredibly motivating.
But how does that square with real-world burnout? Is it just pure willpower?
Well, the speech implies it's not just gritting your teeth. It's about using these strategies consistently.
Making them a habit.
Kind of a continuous loop, yeah. Self-correction, reinforcement. That unyielding spirit grows out of applying these tools, turning falls into forward steps, believing you can adapt.
It builds on itself.
Right. The core message really is, your path is yours alone, and your potential is massive. Don't let temporary discomfort derail you.
Don't let it dim your light, as the speech says.
Exactly.
So, bringing it back to you, the listener, what does this all mean? Well, stay the path. Keep going. Don't quit. Because the real reward, maybe, isn't just the goal itself. Consider this final thought. Perhaps the most magnificent victory isn't the finish line, but realizing your own incredible, indomitable spirit that got you there.
What might you discover about yourself just by refusing to give in?
Something to think about.